Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I am going to do a set of nails that I am doing with Nails by Miss T. So she has drawn some mystery cards, her and a friend had put together, and they do this and we then follow the criteria from the cards. So I've got it written down. So the criteria is square XXX long tips. So nails. So I only had tips. So these are the longest that I have. So I hope that's okay. You have to use some flash gel. So I've got the Born Pretty Flash Effect gel. You have to hand draw. Well, we all know that I don't really hand draw very much. So I think I will do hand drawn, but it'll be tiny. And then we have to have red included in the colour, a shiny finish and a space theme. Well, I am over the moon with the space theme. I will show you as we move on. So I'm going to be working on one nail at a time because I'll just get overwhelmed with and faff on. So I'm going to start on this one here. I've got my practice hand because I could not possibly wear that length of nail myself. I just wouldn't. I barely function as an adult on a normal day, never mind wearing nails this long. Love the look of them, but I won't be able to do it. So I've got a little bit of paper in front of us of what I'm planning on doing, but it's kind of going to be a bit more of a, I'll change my mind, it'll end up being a freestyle kind of thing. So we're going to start with this nail first. The colours I'm using are a blue, a Born Pretty red. I didn't have a dark blue and Born Pretty, so I'm using this one, and white. So they're going to be the colours that I'm using mainly on my design. Hopefully they go together well. So we'll crack on and I'll show you what I'm going to do. So they've all had, I've glued the tips on, buffed them, I gave them all a base coat. So this first nail, I need to start off by painting it white. So I'm going to do that. Actually, this needs a bit of a mix. And so this one is going to be all white to start. I mean, if I hand draw a French line on, does that count as hand drawn? I am going to be using all kinds of different things as I usually do in my videos. So I have got some little bit of crafty things I'm going to be doing. I've got some stamping, because you know I love me stamping. I've got an amazing plate and I'd actually ordered it before this was done, so it just fits in perfectly with what this theme is today. So obviously these tips are going to have a little bit of a dip in them where I've added the tip on, because obviously I would have built it up if I was wearing them, but it's just for the purpose of this video. So obviously if you're going to use tips, you would build up your nail using some form of builder or acrylic. Don't want you in there. So we've got this nail painted white, and so you can see there's a bit of a dip there, but I'm hoping you won't see it once I've done what I need to do. So I'll get that in the lamp and then we'll come back with the next part. Right, so we've had 2 coats of white on there, and I've just rubbed the inhibition layer off, and I've laid out the 3 colours, so the blue, the red and the sparkle effect, flash effect. So I'm just gonna meld them together, hoping it doesn't look like a mess when I've done it. And I'm just going to take me liner brush, and first of all I'm just going to take a bit of a line through, and I want to do a French on this nail, so I'm going to bring it down to about there. So I'm just going to bring that nail down, and then I'm going to bring it around there like that, and bring it round like that. So I've kind of got a French-ish line. Now I just want to round that off a little bit more and give it a bit more of a shape to it. As you can tell, I don't do French very often, so I'm kind of going to leave it there. Now what I want to do is create a bit of a marbling effect, but I don't know whether these colours are going to meld together very well or not. So I'm just going to take my brush, slide it up my palette, and then I'm just going to dab them on to try and do a bit of a marble effect with the three colours. So get a bit more of the red. So I'm trying to include elements of that flash gel. I'm also trying to sound like I know what I'm doing, and just creating a bit. The plan is so it looks a bit more like a galaxy type of nail, but I needed something to go with red, and so yeah, so I don't know, does it look like a dog's dinner? Right, so I'm going to do a full nail of that, hopefully a bit better on this one. So I'm just going to bring the colours down the nail and just trying to blend them in but not make it so it looks brown or so you can kind of see what I'm going for. I don't know if these are the best colours to mix together, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's a bit more, I haven't practiced actually doing the design. I've got elements of ideas in my head that I want to do. That wasn't one of them. Where's my stick? Where is it? So it's kind of astro-y, you know. Right, and then I'm just going to take a bit I think I just want a bit of that sparkle. I think I might actually cure them before I move on. Right, so that's what we're looking at the moment with those colours. So I just want to put some extra veins of this sparkle effect, or reflective gel, sorry, through this nail. Just to give it, and I think that one, let's give it a bit extra pizzazz. Now this one, I'm going to outline the French with this gel. And then I'm going to do some little stars on the pinky, some hand-drawn stars. So that's me I hope that's me qualifier for the criteria. So I'll just go a little bit, so that you can see right there. I'll lift my hand up slightly. Right, so I've just added a few little veins through there, and then it's on there then as well. So I know. Right, so now I'm going to take some of this, actually I think I'll use the other side, and just pop some dots of white on the nail. And I'm just gonna attempt to drag them through. And just do some little stars. So that qualifies as me hand painting, right? The terrible stars, but you get what the idea of what I'm aiming for. Okay, so now I'm going to paint the middle finger blue. I did say I was going to finish each nail as I went, didn't I? But I've jumped a step because I've got some stamping to do, but I figured I would do all the stamping in one go. So it's not, well, not all the stamping, there isn't a lot of stamping. So I'm just going to give this one a coating of the blue and give the ring finger, I'm going to coat that one in blue also. So I'll just do this finger do give them both another coat and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so them nails have now had 2 coats of the blue, and we're going to move on to a little bit of stamping before I add a little bit of other bits and bobs. So this is the stamping plate that I'm going to use. It was from Uber Chic, and it's called Out of This World, and I love how it comes with these, like some of the Born Pretty ones do, so you can measure up on your nail if your design's going to fit. So in my head it'll look fine, but let's just see. So I'm wanting to use this constellation one and pop it on that nail there. So I'm going to just do it in black, and then I'm going to add I Belong Amongst the Stars on the bottom of the nail there too. So I'm going to start by doing that. So I'm just going to take the trusty old Born Pretty black. I love their stamping polishes especially. So I'm just going to go ahead. I've already primed my plate with some acetone because it's the first time I've used this plate. And then I'm going to take my scraper and scrape that away. I'm just going to roll over and pick it up like so. It's on there now, and I'm just going to use my side of my scraper to take away the extra bits. Now I'm going to line it up with where I want it on the nail. Actually, I'll do it that way because, yeah. And I'm going to press it down and just give it a little bit of a roll from side to side just to make sure. And there we go. Now don't worry if it goes on the skin, it'll just wipe away, but I'll do that after. So we've got the constellations on there, and now I want to use this writing. I'm just going to give my plate another wipe, and I want to pick up this writing with the black, clean the stamper off. Now I want to get a good covering. I'm going to take my scraper and scrape that away. Do both ways like that. And then hopefully I think that might be okay. Oh, no, I need to get rid of that excess. And I'm going to line it up on the nail and pop it on. And there we have it. So next I'm going to do, now I want to put a moon on this, on the tip of this nail. So I'm going to use the overlay. So I'm going to do a white background first, hoping that it's going to show up. Take my scraper and just wipe over that moon. Roll over. Now I've got a bit of a gap in there, but I'm not too worried because I'm actually going to double it up because I want the white to stand out. I'm going to pop that on the end of the nail just there, and I'm going to re-stamp that one just to build up that white colour. So sometimes that happens if you've scraped a little bit too hard or at a bit of a difficult angle. So then I'm just going to gently swipe that away this time. Roll over. And then I'm going to pop it just on top of there, just to get that nail a bit darker. So there we have that. Now I'm going to use the image above. I think I'm going to see what a grey looks like. So I want this one. I'm going to swipe it away and roll over the image. So there it is on there. So I'm just going to take away the extra. I'm going to put it on top of the white. Try and get it as central as possible. And then press it down. So there we have the moon. Now I'm going to leave that one for now. And what I need to do on the next finger is my little astronaut. So I'm going to clean that plate just to make sure that none of that black off the constellations went in. Now I'm going to do a white background again. Just give that a swipe, give it a roll over. So there we have the little astronaut there. Now I'm just going to take those extra bits off. And I'm going to pop them, so I've got a little bit of a so I'm going to put them there. Like that. And then next I'm going to take a black. No, I think I'll use a grey to do the outline. I don't know how well that one's going to have worked. Oh, no, it's fine. So again, take the excess off. Overlay it on top as best you can and press down. And then we have our little astronaut. So next I am going to use, so in my head this is shaped like a rocket. I do have a rocket, but I'm going to use this one to place a rocket on the nail. So I'm going to take this glue and I'm just going to use, a dotting tool just to pick that up. And I'm going to add some glue gel to the back of this. It's not curved, so I kind of want to build up a bit of a layer on it. Now I'm going to place that on the nail. Ooh, it's flying away. So it's just going to sit there, and that's my little rocket. I'm going to quickly flash cure that to keep it in place for now. Now I have some chain that I'm thinking I'm going to use as his tether from the rocket to the astronaut. So I just need to decide how much I'm going to use. This is just a guesstimation. And I'm going to use the dotter again, and I'm just going to bring that chain from behind the rocket I'm going to bring it down the edge, and then I'm just going to, the plan is to swirl the chain round to join the astronaut. Okay. Now I don't know if I've cut enough of that length or whether it's a little bit short. We'll see how this one goes. I'm going to pop the chain on there. I'm going to bring it round, bring it down like so, and just join my little astronaut there. Okay, I'm going to flash cure that in place. Now it is a little bit long, so I'm going to cut off just those few extra beads. So there's only about 4 or 5 little beads there that need to come off. I'll just do those ones there. So that is, now I have another one of those, but it's just a clear one rather than multicolored, so I'm not sure whether I want to go ahead and pop that on there. You know what, I think I will, because sometimes I never know how much detail to put in or what to add on. So I'm going to pop it on, and then I've got some little half circles gems that I'm going to use with the intention of them looking like planets. So I'm going to just get that on there. I know my little astronaut looks like he's literally floating in space. I think I might have to give him something to land on. I'm just going to cure that in there for now. Okay, and then I have got, so I've got 3 different sizes of these gems. So I'm going to start off with the, I think I'll start off with the, no, yeah, the biggest one. I'll pop that on there. I told you I'd just be freestyling it as I go. So this one I'm going to pop on the nail. I think I'm going to do that one at the top actually, and then bring them down smaller, maybe in a row. So these in my head look like planets. I don't know about your head, but they do in mine. So then I'm going to go for the next bead size down. Now I'm thinking I should do it biggest as smallest to biggest. Never mind, let's just do this. Just go with it. So we have your gems, and then we want a little one. A bit of a bit glue on. Put you in there for now. And pop that one on there. Now I'm thinking I don't want them in a line either, so just a bit of titivation. Right, so okay, so now I want something for my little spaceman. Right, so I'm going to use this one on the bottom of the stamping plate. So I think it might just stand out. I'm going to do a white first. You know, I need to... This is what my brain looks like. All full of... I was going to say junk. It's not really full of junk, but clutter. That's what it is. My brain's cluttered just like this desk. So let's just give this a swipe and a rule. Yeah, and I'm going to pop that on there like that. And he has somewhere to land. No, I don't want all of those. I'm just going to pop them on that edge there. Like that. Now, I think that's all I've got to do. So I'm just going to give them a top coat and then a bit of a clean up, and then I'll be back to show you them. So that is the nails complete there. So I think I've covered the criteria of Nails by Misty for our Mystery nails. I've used red, I've used the reflective gel. My hand drawn might be a bit questionable. I just did some star looking splats. I've used long nails. So yeah, I don't think they turned out too bad. We've got a bit of everything there, a bit of stamping, a bit of embellishment, a bit of marbling, and I just did my thing, and I hope you like them. Please remember to like and subscribe, and any constructive comments would be lovely, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.